So, where is the nearest fast travel location in that case? Actually, I mean, what would we even fast travel to? Guess maybe the turning grounds or even our house? We did want to check it back at our house, so maybe let's go to this fast travel spot. We'll fast travel to our house, see what's up with all the renovations there, and then from there, we'll ride on over to that other location. I think that might be the plan. Bovine Blues might be better to do first. Remind me where Bovine Blues is. A little bit further east, I think. That is... yeah, that's not far from Flovive. Okay. In that case, maybe we just go fast travel straight to Flovive. Check out what this question mark is and make our way a little bit further northeast to the Bovine Blues location. Maybe that's the plan in that case. Let's try that out. Oh, for a second I thought that was the fast travel spot. It's like, that is dramatic. I mean, it is, but it is not the fast travel spot. This is. So let's head over here. And I think we were, oh, well, obviously we were here at Flovive previously, and we didn't have a lot of stuff to do here. I forget what quest it was that brought us in this general area, or maybe we were just exploring in the interest of trying to get to another notice board and see if that would give us other quests to do. That's just a tavern that we've presumably already been to. So now let's... did we actually activate? We did. Okay, we did activate it. But let's put our custom marker here. See what that's all about. Did we see this one? We might have seen that question mark. Was that the one that was kind of like buried underground that we were saying we'd end up seeing it later on, but didn't make a lot of sense to do right this instant? It may have been. Yeah. Think so? Think so, right? So in that case, I suppose we're just continuing to move on here for the quest. Unless there's anything else we want. Oh, there looks like there's about to be something going up right there. But unless there's something else we want to make a point of doing here, like certainly stuff further north, but that's pretty clearly out of the way at that point. So I think why don't we go straight for it for now. Was there something here? I thought I saw a commotion right there. Guess not. Let's stay on foot though. That way we can more easily keep our Witcher senses up and make sure we don't just sprint past something or gallop past something on Roach. Because this is, I think, entirely new territory for us. So there's certainly a chance we might find some interesting stuffs somewhere. And deviate from the path every now and again, just to see if anything off the path. That looks like a totally different direction over there, so let's save that for another time. This looks like prime Panther territory to me. Oh? Hold on. What? What is that? I was gonna say, it seemed like this was out in the middle of nowhere. What's the blacksmith doing here? Well, this is the village, presumably, but, any sign of cows raining from the sky? Not yet. Let's save. Things may be about to get very crazy. Ooh, that is a large cliff. Probably do not want to just drop down from. Let's back it up a bit here. Find a more gradual way down. Perhaps? Somewhere? There we go. Is there anything back here as well? Little bit, potentially. Let's just see what these houses are.
Yet they had to drink themselves sick.
Hello?
Forgive me, I'm occupied.
Sorry? I mean, for workers, you guys aren't doing much. Then again, it is 11:55 p.m.
Fetch this.
Doesn't seem like there's much here. What is this? Theoretically, something over there. That's a ways off in the distance. Okay, I mean, it looks like a, like a lumber camp or something like that. So let's head in over here where the actual quest marker is. I mean, this may just be the guy who we're negotiating the price with. May not actually be the precise location where the cows are raiding from this guy. So I suppose we should bear that in mind. Or should I say, cow that in mind. Is it the blacksmith? It is not the blacksmith, but let's chat with you.
Look like a quarryman to me.
That stand in the way of our doing business?
No. It merely means I doubt you'll find anything of use here. I mainly
we'll see about that.
For the men at the quarry. Hammers, spikes, hand cream. But if you want a glance, feel free.
Oh yeah, we could use some hand cream. Hard work being a witcher. You're very welcoming. Saying that nothing here is useful to us.
You always this personable? Or do you just get up on the wrong side of the bed this morning?
I got up on the right side. I always do. My left leg's been lame ever since my accident. I worked here once, see? Breaking stone. Until a part of a rock face fell away and crushed my foot.
Sorry. Feel foolish now.
It's dangerous
Not to
stuff.
worry. Such things are commonplace here, part of
Yeah.
the job. Every now and then someone breaks something, twists an ankle, or their neck.
Hopefully that wasn't a threat. What do you have here, though?
Show me what you got.
You might have something after all. Got some valuable gems. Not so surprisingly. Actually, some of the new ones, we didn't really know what the price of them was. Like copper, the azurites, the malachites, but it appears as though, and maybe this guy's just selling them really cheap because, easy supply here. But that's definitely far less than the rubies, emeralds, and sapphires, and diamonds, and whatnot that we're typically seeing in other places. So, do we even have anything to sell to you? I don't really think we do. Other than, like, maybe some random junk. Sure. Just to shed a little bit of weight here. But not sure the right person to be selling all our gold to. Probably not. Also, you're pretty rich for a random dude working in a quarry. I was actually kind of curious to see what level craftsman he is, but I did not catch it.
Farewell.
Doesn't seem like there's too much for us to do there, though.
Even Zerikania.
Anything to loot? Doesn't seem like it. The guy we're looking for is lower down. Not lootable? Nope.
I do what they pay me to do. That's it.
That may be our guy.
I wonder if I can get
No, not those dudes.
If I were to put up my rifles.
We're looking for this dude. Oh.
What the golly blasting devils are you doing, man? What plague? An unfortunate turn of offense, that's all. Get back to chiseling. If we don't deliver that head on time, the infestor will twist my plums off.
Is that what you
Like the statue?
Emil's widow? That a cow crushed him and it was an accident? This, sir, is a grave matter. It requires a specialist.
Unintended?
Some mage or warlock.
What happened here?
Look! It's that witcher who's come to town. Maybe he can do something. an exorcism or the like. We should ask how much coin he'll want.
Saw your notice. Got a problem with...
We should say everything out that we're thinking out loud.
Is that it?
Yes, indeed, and a horrid one at that. We've earned the gods something true we have. In Zeracania, they've sent a plague of locusts, then of frogs. With us, they skipped right to raining cows down on us.
Enough! Enough! No need to so panic! Come, Master Witcher, I shall divulge to you the matter at hand. Yes, an unfortunate matter indeed, to be crushed by a cow. A true shame, Emil. He was a good worker.
That's the first thing and only thing you have to say about him?
A simple explanation. But that lot, no. Right away they started in screaming, plague! Demanding higher wages for hardship, poor working conditions, you see? They'll ruin me, the blotters.
Ah, okay. I get the
job
sense,
is to figure out why a cow fell from the sky. That it?
this guy is not too fond of his workers and their working conditions. Or at least doesn't care about their working conditions.
Not surprised. Cow. Where'd it come from? What kind was it?
Why, the ordinary spotted kind. Nothing unusual. Its corpse rots in the other pit, sends out its stench, and the meal lies right beneath it. Will you tend to the matter and take on the contract?
What exactly are you doing here? It's a quarry. But, what are you mining?
What exactly is going on here?
Construction of a statue of the prophet Lepiota.
Oh,
We're carving it. Not all at once, that is, but piece by piece. A pious infestus revived the project after years of neglect. He's engaged all nearby quarries in its completion. And we would be on schedule were it not for the incident. Please, Master, will you look into it?
I mean, really would love a few more details on this. Like, how the heck are cows raining from the sky? Has anyone actually witnessed this? Or was there just suddenly a cow on top of somebody, and we're assuming that it rained from the sky, and we're taking that at face value?
Need to know more about this accident. Anyone actually see what happened?
No, but sounds there were. Osterv had just gone to see how Emil was getting along when suddenly we heard an ear-botching boom. Moments later, something smashed into one of the cranes.
Doubt it was the cow that hit the crane.
Probably true. At any rate, come morn we ventured out to sea, but the vermin drove us off. With that, all work came to a halt. Has remained so since. Master, tarry no longer, please. Will you take on the matter?
I mean, sure. Yeah, but, see, the thing is, we don't do it for free.
Need to talk about my reward before I decide.
Time for a good hackle. So how much would you take?
Alright, let's try to nickel and dime this guy. We're not going to go all the way up, but let's go up to 400, see if he'll take that.
What? You jest. We mine stone here, not gold.
Okay, nope. Maybe not. Let's dial it back a bit. Let's go maybe 375. Still no?
Must go lower for it to make any sense to me.
Alright. Let's play it safer now in that case. Let's go down. Like 335. Uh-oh.
You must go lower for it to make any sense to me.
Okay, let's go make sure that we don't mess this up.
Fine. But that is the sum total. No bonuses or gratuities on top. Understood.
Alright, fine, we'll look into it.
Fine, I'll look into it. Might be a botched portal, but I doubt it.
Lapiota reward you with progeny aplenty. I shall keep an
Oh,
eye out.
everyone's
for
like,
your return.
progeny this, progeny that. We're a Witcher. Okay, is there anything else over here? Just Celandine. And this. Captain Trousers. Cool. Okay, so we need to examine the cow carcass. See if we can figure out, did the cow actually fall from the sky, or is this just some coincidence we're talking about here? Is that them starting to build the statue? I can read that. And? It's like those are fingers? Okay, let's... Oh yeah, you know, we'll just check it out. Okay. So it's higher up, it seems.
Not even a draft horse will talk without some carrot to move it.
Over in this direction. Did we get a fast travel spot? Oh, right. There's actually a notice board and more of a full-fledged village over here. Potentially. That did not sound like a human. That's because that is not a human. That looks like a ghoul. Maybe said quote-unquote village is not really inhabited. All the people who would normally be in, or at least the people who would normally be in it, are the people that are hanging out on the work site that we were just talking to. Okay. Hello, ghoulies. Were you the ones who put up the notices? I had a question about one of them. Oh, come on. It's not that bad. Oh, it's an owl ghoul, actually. At least one of them is. That is, you know, that means don't hit that one. Ideally, although it is, you know, like right in the middle of all the other ones, making it a little bit hard to separate it. Okay, one ghoul down. That ghoul is bleeding. Owl ghoul is healing, but, you know, I don't really care about the owl ghoul. We'll take care of that one on a future occasion. Okay, if you could just, like, chill for a second while we put a Quen back on, that'd be lovely. Okay, owl ghoul. Now that you're by yourself, we axe you right as you're about to hit us. And then you're no big deal. You're no big deal. Okay. So, let's loot the stuffs from these guys real quick. That is, I mean, it's weird how, at least at the moment, it's just ghouls down here, and it's almost as if they were the ones that put up the notices. Although, this is the thing we're looking for. Let's take a second here. Read from the notice board and see what we have. Elderly couple in need. I want everyone to know Countess de Sacor's true nature. A heartless harlot evicted an elderly couple who had lived on Basson Farm for as long as anyone can remember. I don't know why she did this, but it was an exceptionally wicked thing to do. A concerned soul who abhors wickedness. Astute practitioner of the oldest profession. I might not be the fairest of them all, but I can give you a plowin' so good you'll never want to go back to those tarts at the Bells of Beauclair. Political philosopher seeks succor. Looking for a suitable location to deliver a speech entitled The Beast as a Metaphor of Monarchy. Rufus var Rain. Missing. My 14-year-old son, Mattison, hasn't returned home for 10 days. I worry he has become a squire to some knight-errant. Oh dear, if he became a squire, that would be the worst. And wandered off with him in search of adventure. If you know anything about his fate or whereabouts, please let me know. Amelia Bloss, mother. News about Four Fingers Hans. Wretch Philibert Fourfingers and his Hans have taken over the ruins of the castle on Montecrane. From there, they embark on raids and oppress the populace. Our notice board, your home for the latest news about Four Fingers Hans. Birthday party invitation? Fantastic! All those who would like to have a drink with me are invited to join me at the Cockatrice on the 18th day of this month. That day will mark 40 years since I first stepped foot into this world. Mind that neither food nor drinks are on me. I will accept gifts, though. Only things that you buy from me, I will be buying nothing for you. Victor, you know which one. Okay, that gives us some undiscovered locations as well. But let us now loot, or at least read this. Wanted, murderous Vandagilders, Antoine Starling Stragon, Loth, Elias Halfbreed, Philibert Fourfingers. Ah, okay. Fourfingers. Gotcha. Now, let's loot this stuff. And then, investigate this cow. What is the deal? That is a ghoul. This is the cow. There is definitely a person under that cow.
Must be Emil. Workers mentioned him. Poor guy. Unlucky as all hell.
Look out, Geralt.
Right.
Be on your guard.
Where do I
There
start?
might be cows raining from the sky. I guess wounds to his body? Are we talking the cow or are we talking... Oh, I guess the word... Okay. It does specify.
Crushed by something heavy. Skull base is cracked. Fresh tooth marks. Necrophages. But they got to him after his death.
Okay.
Won't learn anything else from the body.
Well, that doesn't help. Alright, see you, Nor. Thanks for stopping by. Blunt trauma wounds on the cow. Did it actually fall from the sky?
Tissues crushed in places. Must have fallen from quite a height.
Some evidence to suggest that to be the case. What about bite wounds on the cow? That sounds like that might also be something that's just from the necrophages as of late.
Got sliced open. Not much blood, so it happened after death. Heart had already stopped pumping. Tooth marks. Small ones, though, so necrophages left him clearly. Sure sniffed out their feast fast.
Okay. What about punctures and slashes? Also seems like that might be the necrophages.
Deep claw wounds. Spread between talons indicates a draconid. A wyvern,
Oh.
probably. But these wounds weren't the cause of death.
Okay. Okay, so Geralt just knows what the answer is. Apparently. That seemed like we got a whole lot of false leads and not much that actually helped us, but apparently he can conclude what the cause of the accident was.
Got it. All clear now. Cow died when it fell from a great height. Draconid must have dropped it.
Ah.
Probably trying to get the cow back to its nest, but it proved too heavy. Emil's bad luck to be standing right underneath. And then there's the crane.
Okay, what about the crane? Investigate how it was damaged. Sure. Also, where? Here we go. Maybe? No, up this way. This will be faster. I think. This will not be faster. I take it back. It's telling us to go up this way, but how do we get up here? There is a staircase. Okay. It is very well hidden. This music sounds very LA Noire-esque. Up? Higher? Yeah. Can we jump that? We absolutely can. That was impressive. Okay, what do we have here?
Blood. Draconid must have hit it pretty hard. Dropped the cow, then probably tried to steady its flight. Got hurt in the process. Good. Should be simple to track down.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's also, I mean, we leveled up a little while ago. Well, actually, we were talking recently about deliberately respecing our skill points so that we can more readily use all these things. Yeah, because we basically just started throwing away some skill points that we didn't really want or need, and generally, you know, just looking back, there are some things that, in hindsight, we probably didn't really use nearly as much as we thought we might have, or we just took them for the sake of unlocking the next row and not much else. So maybe we deliberately, well, I guess there's no reason to deliberately not spend points now. It's just that in all likelihood, whatever we take now is going to be a very temporary addition and will likely change later on. So, like, can we do this now? No, we need multiple ability points before that becomes possible. Okay. Takes at least 2. Plus all the mutagens. So, I mean, we could wait until we get another and then start using that stuff, but I think in all likelihood it's gonna come down to just resetting our skill points so we can plan it all holistically at once. So let's just throw something on now, maybe something that we already have in use. Though we don't need another space, except, well, the thing is, we fully upgrade everything that's currently in use. Except maybe not Undying. Sure. I guess we'll upgrade it because we don't really have any alternatives. So yeah, we will eventually end up doing this stuff, but I think we'll wait until we reset everything. Okay.
Traces of draconid blood, barely perceptible. I'm on the right track.
Okay, good. I nearly went right past that. Let's see where it leads us. Out of curiosity, what direction are we headed in? Further south and a little bit east. Okay, we don't really know anything about this area, but sure. Where are you headed?
Started bleeding heavily. Wound was more serious than I thought, looks like.
Okay. I feel like we should save right about now. Hello? Got this. Then it kind of just stops. Oh, hold on. What do we have here? Rot Fiends? Huh? Is that affiliated? Because I see some red.
Smells like sour mash. It must have attacked the local distillery.
Huh? How dare you attack the local distillery? These are strange colored rot fiends. Have we actually fought normal rot fiends? We have, right? We fought, like, the other variations on them, like destroyers or whatever their names were. I think we fought normal rot fiends, so they didn't have that color scheme. Still, yeah, at least one remaining. It's not enough to... It should go into death mode, that is. Okay. So... Here's as though, yeah, we're supposed to look around here, and that is something. Let's take the generic loot first, I think. And loot from the rot fiends that we just fought, and then we'll focus on the red stuff. What is this? Bootlegger's notes? So then I say, Minister Tremblay, the whole Sostrator Valley is overrated. Those wines, why, don't get me started on Est. Ever since they started mass-producing it, they should call it Etate, for it's definitely seen better days. Then he says, right you are, always been a Côte de Blancheur chap myself. In fact, between you and me, I even prefer to Sangreal. You know, the wine reserved for Her Illustrious Highness and her inner circle. And then, the fool I am, I blurt out, oh, I agree. Whenever her grace has me tasted, I've got a swill in my mouth, out of with vodka after, to wash out that rancid taste. Oh, come on. I was drunk, wasn't I? talking out of my bum. Well, turns out I'd rather overvalued my position at court. Trembling needed but say a word in the Duchess's ear, and in 3 shanks of a donkey's tail, I was out on the street. The job of ducal taste has been given back to Benoit. Can you believe it? After that scandal involving Baronesses Nick and Kayleen. As for me, well, what was I supposed to do? No choice but to start making and drinking my own brews. That's always been my true passion. Well, you know how that ended. That was homemade something. Didn't catch what the latter part of it was. Okay, so we've got that. Are we on to all the red stuff now? Hold on. Guard officers. Kind of curious what this looks like. Does it look any good? Is that the stuff that the guy who hates us, the captain guard who hates us, wears? Kind of reminds me of that. Maybe not the same exact color, but what's his name? Damien? Looks stylistically very similar. I mean, it's a guard uniform, and he is part of the guard, so I suppose that would make some sense. But anyways, back to the old stuff. Now let's check this out.
Landed on the roof of the distillery, raised a ruckus, made a mess, then moved on.
Okay. Thought I saw some more red in this direction, yeah.
Damn it. Half-eaten body with scorch marks? Definitely not a wyvern. SLYZARD.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Fire.
We just learned that SLYZARDs breathe fire. So I think that means we got ourselves a SLYZARD. So then, what do we have here? Bert's trail? Ah.
Crawled through here. Clearly too tired to fly.
Okay. Let's save, because it sounds like we might be perhaps close to encountering the SLYZARD.
Was in a bad way. Barely crawling.
That looks like there's something down there. I mean, if we're gonna fight this thing, presumably it's nearly dead. What is this?
Second Draconid landed here.
Oh!
A larger one. Waited for the smaller one to heal. Then they flew off together. Should be easy to track. Smaller one was still bleeding, luckily.
Okay. SLYZARD Matriarchs? Oh dear. No, it's not just a normal SLYZARD. I'm afraid it is a SLYZARD Matriarch. Of course it is. Of course it is. That looks humongous, and also, from this angle, I can't tell. It may have 2 heads. Can't tell if that right, or our right, its left appendage is a wing or a head. If you ever find yourself facing a monster that breathes fire, strikes with a tail tipped with venomous spines, bites with sharp teeth, and swipes with even sharper claws, and tends to knock its prey on the ground with a sonic blast, then you are fighting a SLYZARD. With an arsenal like that, it comes as no surprise folk often mistake these draconids for dragons, yet the experts, meaning witchers, know SLYZARDs constitute an entirely separate species, much smaller than dragons and far less dangerous. Still sounds pretty dangerous to me, though. With one exception, SLYZARD females in mating season, or even worse, just after laying their eggs. When fighting such individuals, my suggestion is to get as far as possible from the danger as quickly as possible, preferably by running at full tilt without looking back. Yeah, it sounds like, based on how this was a little SLYZARD, the one that we were following at the beginning, perhaps that was a recently hatched SLYZARD, and then the matriarch is perhaps its mama SLYZARD. Here's what a normal SLYZARD looks like. Some peasants once offered me a king's ransom to slay a SLYZARD. A damned hefty purse, chock full of gold, but I turned him down. Coin's no good if you're dead. And a SLYZARD, that's no forktail. Zator, one of the Crinfrid Reavers. SLYZARDs are often mistaken for wyverns or forktails. Yet make no mistake, SLYZARDs are nasty, terribly dangerous beasts, and confusing them for wyverns will end very badly for the confuser. While a wyvern can tear apart and devour an untrained man in seconds, only a SLYZARD can first bake him to a crisp with a waft of fiery breath. SLYZARDs are keenly aggressive and attack from both ground and air. Their goal during a fight is to get close enough to their foe to injure it with a breath of fire or knock it down with a sonic blast. Also, no idea how we deal with a sonic blast. That's a first. Like wyverns, SLYZARDs also attack with venom-spiked tails. SLYZARDs like to disengage mid-fight to fly into the air and plummet down at high speed while spewing out balls of fire. That's great. Just great. Right before these igneous missiles emerge, you can observe a fiery tail forming in the monster's maw. A fiery ball forming in the monster's maw. While airborne, a SLYZARD can also attack with its claws and teeth. It is worthwhile to employ the ardent Igni science to force SLYZARDs to the ground. Igni? Really? They are not, however, vulnerable to burning. Right, so Igni not great for actual damage. For tackling one of them, be sure to coat your blade in dragonite oil. Yeah, understandable. Grape shot, dragonite oil, ard, Gwen, just so you don't get completely annihilated. Similar story for the Matriarch? Yeah. Okay. So, which direction do they go in? This direction.
Flew off together. Probably bound for their nest.
Okay. Sure. Here, insectoid, but oh.
Trail ends here. Nest's up there. I bet the farm on it.
Careful, Garrett. You do actually have a farm now. That does mean something at this stage. Okay, now let's definitely save, because there are clearly some draconids up there. That being said, okay, this is how we get up there. Gotcha. There's one of them. Is that the mama draconid or the baby draconid? Or SLYZARD, more specifically. Because if we're fighting two dragons at the same time, that's gonna be pretty rough. Got a fast travel spot here for whatever that's worth. Yeah, there are two of them, alright. One of them's flying, one of them's on the ground there. Trying to tell if we can see from here if one of them's bigger than the other. If we can determine which one's the mama and which one's the baby. I feel like the one on the ground is bigger, but that might just be perspective. Alright. Let's preemptively Quen, maybe. That seems like that's probably not a bad idea. And then let's also throw on our draconid oil now. Where are you? You're over here? Yeah. Oh no, that's enhanced. Hold on, we have better than that. Superior. And what kinds of... Well, they have venomous spines on their tail. So, Golden Oriole is potentially still relevant. That's one of the ones we have equipped right now. Damage dealt to foes regenerates vitality could also be helpful, although I think if given the choice... I think we usually go for... what? I think it's... No, not Catechin. I mean, it's okay. There's one that deals damage or increases the amount of damage you deal over the course of the fight. Which for long boss fights, I think it's generally been our go-to. I think it's this. Yeah. Let's replace the Akimara decoction with that. Actually, how long... Oh, hold on. How long do those potions last? Could we even start them right now? And this is 20 toxicity, this is 70, so yeah, we can do them both. This lasts plenty of time, this lasts much shorter. We can definitely at least lead off with the Succubus decoction, or at least I'd like to believe we can. And then Golden Oriole We'll maybe keep on hand. Here goes nothing. SLYZARDs, plural. Great. Okay. Art them out of the sky. They breathe fire. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. Okay, that's the female, which is presumably, yeah, the stronger one. And they breathe fire. Fortunately, it does seem as though the range on it is not great. So that does seem a bit encouraging, at very least. Okay, we did actually deal a fair bit of damage there with the Igni. They are huge. I did not think they were going to be this big. Okay, the other SLYZARD was ignoring us for a little while. And I really was trying to run away to not get hit by that. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. We are very much toast right now. I would like to Quen right now. Preferably right now. You're about to breathe fire. Ooh, ho, ho. It's not gonna be an easy fight, is it? Hello there. Let's put a Quen back on. Yeah, I think their damage is so high that even when we do have a Quen, they're still breaking through it to a certain extent. Yo, saw that one coming. What? Wait, okay, you just kind of teleported. No big deal. Ooh. You also have the fire breath ready to go, it looks like. Okay. Yep. Ooh, double fireball. That is just not fair. Here we go, Quen. You have a fireball already. I would like to get the Quen back on. There we go. Come on, finish one of them. You have fire ready as well. See that coming? Oh, we didn't have Quen yet. We still don't have Quen. We have the heavy or the medium weight armor. It's taking us a little bit longer. Oh, nope. It's ready to flame us, by the way. Both of them are, in fact. Ooh, we're so close to getting one of them. Ooh, thank goodness for Quen. That's all I have to say there. Is thank goodness for Quen. Okay, both of them are very low. No Quen. Hello, you have fire ready to go. At the same time, getting like one hit on be enough to get rid of you. One down. Let's just go. This one fly through the earth because it's all like, what? How dare you do that to my child? So like, here's the thing. There we go. That was also meant to be Quen. Hello. We can get Art back in time? I doubt it. Just Quen. And then Zerg it. SLYZARD's down. Very cool fight. Very cool enemies. Tough.
Nighttime I collected a trophy. Rest of the eggs haven't hatched yet. Need to burn the whole nest.